I really admire artists, you guys, and sculptors who can take a simple clump of clay and turn it into something amazing, so lifelike, and painters whose talent for using a paintbrush and palette to bring beauty to a blank canvas. It is extraordinary. And as we celebrate Mother Earth, Paige introduces us to an artist who uses found or reclaimed objects to create art that is powerful and modern, of course. And Paige is live in downtown Dallas to discover how local artists are merging artistry with responsibility to ensure sustainability for our planet. Hello, Paige.
Hey, good morning to you. Good morning, Texas. That is so true. The opportunity to really merge these two concepts of creativity and responsibility, and at the same time create something absolutely beautiful and extraordinary. I'm very excited and honored to introduce you to Marian Mekhail. She is the curator behind these beautiful pieces, and they are really something to behold. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Paige.
All right, well, let's start here. And we're going to start here by also talking a little bit about your background. You grew up in an Egyptian household.
I did.
Where you constantly were reusing, repurposing. You had never even heard of the word sustainability,
Nope.
But it was just a part of your life. Tell me more.
That's right, that's right. I grew up in an Egyptian household where we grew up honoring what we had, using what we have, stewardship, and so that's a big theme throughout this whole collection.
Well, and you can see behind me, these pieces, so many, all of these are repurposed and reclaimed. You collaborated with another artist, and we're talking, these are screens.
Yeah, metal mesh.
That you see here, and also just these tubes, the pipes that are here.
Yep.
Tell me what went into this.
So this is a collaboration installation with another artist. His name is OG Nam, another Dallas artist. And we wanted to build out something very immersive using all these different textures and materials. So we used organza and PVC pipes and, like you said, metal mesh and florals to kind of merge this concept of renewal and spring.
And spring.
Yeah.
And by the way, you look like just a spring blossom. Let's move on, because another person that you collaborated with was your mother in this particular piece. Tell me about this piece and what went into creating it.
So we used grocery bags to create this cloud and origami birds made of scraps of paper throughout my studio. And I was dumpster diving and I found this umbrella that I painted, and it's kind of tying into that spring theme, no rain and no flowers.
I love it. And over here, you use paint swatches to create this fantastic piece. It's so colorful, it's so bright, and what I like about this is that it also makes you smile.
That's right. This piece is all about flow, how nothing in life is linear. Not joy, not pain, not growth, and everything sort of touches everything and affects everything, and learning to accept that flow and let go of control.
And check this out. Over here, this talk about dumpster diving, there was a lot going on here. And if you look closely, when you look at it from afar, it really just looks like a fantastic sculpture. But when you look up close, what you're seeing is painted, discarded tin cans, and also old tires. And it's pretty exciting to see how you could do something that is considered garbage and make something beautiful. And that's another analogy to our lives.
Absolutely.
Different phases we go to, we say, boy, I'm glad that's over with.
Absolutely.
But they really help us become the people we want to become.
We can reclaim our experiences, our pain, our joy, our time. All of these things can be repurposed into something meaningful.
Well, let's also talk about the artistry behind it. We have video of you doing a particular piece. And the good thing about this video that the viewers are seeing is that it really just gives you some insight into what goes in to your thought process as you are creating these different pieces. Do you begin with a concept, or does the object that you're using, does that kind of foreshadow what you're ultimately going to be creating?
In past collections, I know what I want to do. In this particular collection, I let the materials dictate to me what I wanted them to be.
So what is this material?
These are Redbox DVD cases. Redbox went out of business.
Yes.
I spray painted these cases, and the piece is meant to represent how we try to contain everything and try to contain our chaos or contain our energy or whatever that may be. And sometimes it spills out.
And I also love the diversity of your pieces. We have some additional video that shows you really working on something quite special. This includes glass, discarded glass. Of course, these are things that are once again repurposed. and how you're able to form these pieces into something so magnificent and something that looks intentional. This doesn't look like you just threw something together, you know, and created something. This really does look like a fantastic work of art using these creative elements.
Thank you so much. This piece is called Outside the Lines, and I used crushed glass, holographic film, marbles, scrap metal, all these different materials to talk about how sometimes we want to be super disciplined and stay within the lines, color within the lines, societal norms, cultural norms, but every now and then it bursts out. And
Well, and I hate the fact that we're out of
out.
time, because look around here. We have so many other pieces in which you've been able to utilize some of these different techniques. They are absolutely extraordinary, and they're also so personal. I want to hear about the event that's happening beginning on Friday.
So Friday night from 7 to 10 p.m., we will have the opening night of Reclaim. It is proudly sponsored by Cadence Bank. I'm so grateful for their sponsorship in bringing this to life. And the bar will be sponsored by Uncle Nearest Whiskey and Topo Chico. So we're very excited. Art collectors, welcome.
All right,
7 to
and
10.
you can also find out more information by going to her website, which is marianmekhail.com. I appreciate
Thank you so
it.
much, Paige.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right.